Hi, I'm Nancy. Welcome to my channel, Running with Scissors. In today's video, I'm going to tell you about some of the things I did this past week. Not a whole lot of sewing, but I'll share that with you in just a minute. Stay tuned. Okay, first thing you'll notice is I'm not wearing something I made. This is a shirt my sister made for me on her embroidery machine. I mentioned in last week's video that my mother and I were flying to Mississippi to visit my sister. We stayed there 5 nights. And I had seen this saying earlier and asked my sister, could she make it up for me? And so she did. Anybody else feel the same way? You drive fast and barefoot? I don't go barefooted in my sewing room because I have stepped on a pin a time or two. But when I'm sewing, I usually slip my right shoe off or my right slipper off. I just feel I have more control if I'm barefooted when I put my foot on the pedal. And when I saw that, I thought, that's me. I do drive fast and I drive barefoot. So isn't that pretty? I just love it. Get a little closer so you can see. Also on an embroidery machine, she made me these earrings. Let's see if you can see a little closer. Aren't they pretty? So, as I said, we did go to see my sister, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that in a minute. Now, last week I mentioned that I had made a dress for my 10-year-old granddaughter, and I thought it needed a petticoat. And remember my daughter said, what's a petticoat? Well, my sister, after she watched the video, she asked one of the younger women in her office if she knew what a petticoat was. And guess what? She had no idea. We just get to feeling older and older all the time. Well, anyway, I ordered a petticoat from Amazon, and it came, and I had her try it on, but it stuck out too much from the dress. I mean, if it was a little bit, but it just stuck out too much. And the easy thing is you can just cut off the bottom. You don't have to hem it or anything because it's tulle. So let me show it to you. Let me pull it up so you can see. There's the petticoat, and it does have a top to it. See? It is connected to a sleeveless top, and there it is. And I did have to trim off the bottom. It stuck way out. Pull it back down. Now that's the back. Here's the front. And then I put in, I just buttoned the top button, but there are 5 buttons, 5 white buttons in the back. But it really does make it look really pretty. I like the fullness of it. But yeah, it stuck out way too much. It didn't look right. So I trimmed off the bottom, and now I think it's just perfect. And she looked quite cute in it. Okay. I put it back over here. Also, I had a couple things I started last year and didn't finish. And all they needed was a button. I don't know why, you know how it is. You make something, you get almost done, and you set it aside, and you get busy on something else. Well, I had made a couple of doll dresses for the 2 littlest granddaughters, and here's one. Just a simple little dress. It's got, little flutter sleeves. It's got a little bit of a ruffle. And what I did on the back is I just did a buttonhole and 1 button. I decided since it was for a doll, it didn't matter that the back wasn't entirely closed. I had considered, putting on, the Velcro to go all the way down. I thought, this is just easier. Like I said, it's just a doll. No matter if the back is open. And the button came from a stash of buttons my grandma had. Kind of looks like a crystal. So there's that, and that's all that needed to be done was a button. And then I made this other one. Now this dress, the lavender came from the oldest granddaughter's dress from last Easter, and then there's a little bit of the overlay, and that was on one of the other granddaughters. I think it was her sister's dress. And I just did the same thing. It's the same pattern, and then I used one of those little like crystal looking buttons for the back, and that was it. That's all I had to do. But I don't know. Are you like that? You get something halfway done and then you get started on something else and then you forget. So anyway, each of these little girls will get a dress for the dolls. Okay. Now, as I mentioned, I went last week to visit my sister down in Mississippi. Her younger daughter just had a baby in February. She told everybody at work, where she works, that we were coming to see the baby, not her. But that's not true. We came to see her too. So yes, we went and visited with her daughter and the baby, and she said it was okay if I showed you a picture of the baby in the dress that I made her. Remember, I said I made her a little dress. It's actually the same pattern as that big dress I just showed you, except I didn't put a sash on it. And she's still little, and but she thinks that she might be able to go ahead and put it on her Easter, probably get some bloomers, and they live down south where it's warm, and said she won't need tights. She said it's almost too hot for tights now. So I'll put a couple pop up a couple of pictures of us down there, and she said I could pop in a picture of the baby too. So that's pretty much what I've been doing this week. That's all the sewing I did, was to put buttonholes and buttons on the big dress, and to trim out the petticoat because it was too long, and a couple buttons on those doll dresses. And that's pretty much all the sewing I got done this week. Now, she does have a sewing machine there, but we were busy visiting and running around, and so no sewing got done then. So, well, that's basically what I've done all week. I will probably be starting another Easter dress for the 11-year-old. I asked her mother to show her that pattern that I did for her cousin to see if she liked it. I told the 11-year-old's mother to show her the pattern to see if she liked it and to let me know, and then I will go over to Hobby Lobby during one of the weeks they're having the 40% off sale on their fabric, and let me know what color she wants, and then maybe I can pick 3, 4, 5, take a picture of them, and she can choose which fabric that she liked the best. So that's what I'll probably be doing next week. I don't know, I'll be doing some other sewing as well. So, well, that's what I have for you. Y'all take care. God bless. Goodbye.